Hey everybody, welcome back to Swiftlessons for another by request song tutorial. The Halloween season is in full swing again, and that means it's time for us to find something spooky to jam along to. So I'm gonna grab this 65 Gibson SG, courtesy of Rudy's Music in NYC, for section 1 of a 3-part series breaking down how to play Santana's Black Magic Woman. In today's session, I'm going to teach you how to play the intro and the first guitar solo. Let's get started with a full demonstration of those parts, and then I'll break them down for you note for note. Okay, a close look at the fretboard, getting started with our intro section. The first idea looks and sounds like this. Okay, so we're in the key of D minor. I'm picturing a D minor triad. And surrounding that chord, we have the natural minor scale. Okay, with those notes in mind, he's starting off pulling off from the 8th fret of the B string down a full step. And vibratoing. Alright, from there, he's going to slide from the 7th fret G up to fret 9 and back. Alright, we're going to kind of repeat that again, but just a little bit different this time. The second time, he's going to play a hammer and a pull. Let it ring. Then go back to 8, and then slide again on the G string. Alright, put that together and we have. Alright, part 2. Alright, from there we're going to play this beautiful melody, this time picturing the D minor chord in its 10th fret position. Okay, I might picture my minor pentatonic scale, the blues scale, or the natural minor scale. So make sure you know all of those scale patterns. He's gonna play. He's going to repeat it, and then the second time stop short. 1. And then jump into his solo. Okay, so we're on fret 14 of the G string. If I'm looking at my scale, I might call this the upper extension of the scale. Okay, so I'm fret 14, down to 12, then fret 10, sliding down a half step. All right, then the response, we're going up to fret 12, 10, and then sliding fret 9 down to 7. The second time around, same exact thing, except stop right there, wait for beat number 1 of the next measure, and then play. Arpeggiate in the D minor bar chord shape. bar and fret 10. I've got 12 and 12 on the A and the D string. I'm just going to pick down the chord. And then go back to the B string right at the end. So it'll be 1. And then jump into the solo. Okay, put all that together and we have the intro section down. Should sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... The response? All right, changing positions. All right, now you're gonna stop short. 1. Alright, if you can play that, then you're ready to jump into our guitar solo. Okay, jumping into our first guitar solo, taking it lick by lick. Lick number 1 is going to look and sound like this. And real slow. Alright, so we're on the 10th fret of the high E string, 13 on the B. Then we're going to bend the string up, then pluck it and return. Go down to fret 10. Alright, then we're going to bend the B string, 13th fret up again. Vibrato and pull off at the end of that bend. You put that together and we have real slow. Alright, and at full speed. That gets us to lick number 2, which is going to look and sound like this. And real slow. Alright, so we're bending the B string, 13th fret up, 10 on the high E. Then we're going to pick down the pentatonic scale, 13 down to 10. Now I'm on the 12th fret of the G string. I'm going to bend that up, pull off, and then slide down a half step. Alright, now notice there again, he's bending the string first. Alright, before descending. Put that lick together and we have... Sometimes I throw in an extra pull off there on the B string. It's just a little bit easier, but I'm pretty sure that he plucks that note. So. And at full speed. Okay, you put licks 1 and 2 together and it should sound like this. Sliding up, lick number 3. And real slow. Okay, so coming out of lick number 2, we're finding ourselves on the 9th fret of the G string. We're going to let that note ring out, and then as the next measure comes in, we're going to slide up to fret number 10 to start the next lick. Looks and sounds like this. That's part 1. And part 2. Okay, so that was 9, sliding up to 10, 10 on the B, 13, 12 on the high E, and then going up to 13. So, all right, now we're going back down to 12 before doing a series of pull-offs. All right, 13, 12, 10. Before grabbing the 13th fret of the B string, bending it up, and then kind of bending it again as the note rings through. So, all right, and then we're going to do that typical Carlos Santana pull-off at the end of the bend. Okay, you put that together and we have lick number 3. Okay, you put licks 1, 2, and 3 together and they should sound like this. Lick number 3. All Alright, that gets us to lick number 4. Alright, one more time real slow. Alright, so we're bending the B string, 13th fret up. Then high E string 10, followed by the pull off on the B string. Bend in the G string, 12th fret up. Returning. And then real short, pulling off onto the 10th fret of the G string. Alright, put that together and we have lick number 4. Adding it into context. Lick number 3. Alright, that gets us to lick number 5 over G minor. Alright, a beautiful phrase there. One more time. So he's playing over G minor. So he's going to outline that chord shape. 12, 11, 10, G, B, and high E. Up to 12 on the high E. And then 13 on the same string. Bending up a full step. Alright, that gets us to the next phrase, which is going to utilize the upper extension of the minor pentatonic scale in the key of D minor. The lick looks and sounds like this. Alright, so I'm bending the 15th fret of the high E string up, returning, and then pulling off down a full step. Alright, then 15 on the B, and then a vibrato on the 13th fret of the high E string to finish the lick. Alright, from there we're going to grab the 17th fret of the high E string, bend it up, and then slide away off that note. So far you have. Then the final lick. Followed by that really sweet double stop slide away. All right, that last lick one more time. Okay, breaking that into 3 parts. Part number 1. Part 2. Part 3. Okay, so we're starting off on the 10th fret of the high E string, then 12th fret G string, bending up, plucking, and then pulling off. Back up to 12, and then 10 on the B string. So far you have. Alright, then part number 2. Alright, so that was 12, a hammer and a pull, and then 12 on the D string, and then going down a full step. Alright, so far you have parts 1 and 2. Alright, then the next part's just going to be a walk down the blues scale. Put all that together and we have... Alright, and then finally, you're going to grab a little piece of the D minor chord. Alright, just sliding away on fret 10, grabbing the D, G, B, and high E string will sound great. Just like that. Okay, congrats everybody. That's the entire solo. That means it's time for you to practice it at a nice slow tempo. Okay, so getting started with that D minor arpeggio, jumping into solo number 1. So 1. Lick number 2. Lick number 3. Lick 4. Lick 5. Lick 6. Like 7. Alright, and just like that, you have the intro and the first guitar solo mastered. If you can play that, then you're ready to move on to the next lesson in this series, where I'm going to break down a little bit of Carlos's rhythm.